we've got a book haul.
Woo!
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Zach with Zacks Books, and today I am with
Danielle.
She is in a video again, guys. It's been a couple months, maybe even a year.
I was gonna say, it's been since the beginning of your channel.
It's been a way long time. And yes, we're in the same place we were last time in the last video, because this is just the best place to film. I mean, look at that wall I made back there. It's peel and stick. I didn't actually put up boards. But yeah, very fun stuff. We have an August book haul for you guys. And got
like 10 books.
Got a couple of Danielle picks, a couple of me. I think there's like one or two for the both of us. And
it's all thriller and horror.
It's all, yeah, thriller, horror. So I think there's a science fiction because of me, but that's typical. But yeah, no, very fun stuff. We're going to show you what we got in the month of August. Obviously, we got more than what you see here, but these are the ones that we are more intrigued with showing you guys.
And we'll link them all below.
Yes, that is also true. Those will be linked down below if you want to take a look at them. Also linked down below is our second channel, Zach and Danielle Vlogging. So it's going to be more like open-based as opposed to just books. So obviously you guys see I do golfing every now and again. You're going to see some of that. There's going to be some like cooking, some hauls of like, you know, Bath and Body Works.
It's everyday life, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's the both of us.
Yeah. There'll be some videos where it might be more her, some where it might be more me, but a good chunk of them are going to be the both of us.
Yep.
You also will be seeing more of Bailey as well. She's kind of hard to film with when it comes to doing books because you got to really be focused when talking about books, and Bailey is a heavy distraction when it comes to that stuff. So, mainly because she's just so adorable, and she just ran off. I don't know where she went, so...
Please go subscribe to that channel. We'd love to have you, and we'll be launching that very soon. We actually just filmed... Well, we've been filming videos for that, kind of getting the hang of it, seeing what our style is going to be like. So, go subscribe. We'd love to have you.
Yes, getting Danielle in front of the camera again. Fun times.
Yep.
So go check out that channel. Stay on this one, obviously. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe with stuff like this. And
let's go!
Let's show you some books.
Alright, I guess I'm up first, and I'm going to start with a horror novella. And this is Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Eric LaRocca. I gave this 5 stars, and it's a really quick read. It's like 112 pages. I actually looked before I started this clip. And it's kind of about obsession, and it takes like a dark turn involving that a little bit. And this story was just crazy and wild in such a short amount of pages. So I really recommend this, and yeah, that cover is crazy. So
Josh Malerman also has a blurb on the back. A startling affair. I'll be cleaning up particles of darkness in my office for weeks.
There you go. So get this book, check it out. I highly recommend it. 5 stars for me, and yeah. Book number 1.
I have not read that, but it's a good recommendation from Danielle.
I don't know if it's a story for you. I don't know if I'd recommend it to you.
Sometimes you get me some bangers, and sometimes I've gotten some flops.
I've been on a roll.
Yes, you have been on a roll lately. And one of them is actually a book I'm going to be showing you in a little bit. So,
whoop.
Woo. Alright, next up is me, I guess. And that is going to be Prey by Michael Crichton. So this is actually a book that's in my September TBR. If you have not seen that video, check it out up here.
I'm not behind the camera now, so we're confused.
Yeah, we have the screen facing us, and so I'm kind of always used to pointing up here, and so check it out over here. Or
it's up top somewhere.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up in the upper quadrant of the camera. But yeah, Michael Crichton, Prey. So this is about it's in a Nevada desert, and pretty much what happens is there's micro robots, or as they say, nanoparticles, that are like developed in a lab, and they break loose, and they're pretty much self-sustaining, and they're going on a killing spree in the desert. Ooh. So I've never read a Crichton book. That's false. The Andromeda Strain. I read the Andromeda Strain in high school. I feel like, or middle school, school at some point. It's a really good book. Something I do need to reread because there is the Andromeda. Oh, I messed this up the last time I talked about this book too.
Andromeda something.
The Andromeda Pandemic? No, that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
There's another Andromeda book, and I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry if you're a big Michael Crichton fan and you've read that book. But I do intend to read it, but I do think I need to reread the Andromeda Strain. before I do that, I plan on reading Prey in the month of September, so I'm pretty excited about this one. And yeah, we'll...
Why don't you just show your next one, too?
2 in a row? How generous. So there's Prey by Michael Crichton. And the next one I'm going to talk about is Sphere by Michael Crichton. So this one, by what I understand, is about a... let's see, a huge spaceship is discovered resting in the ocean floor in the South Pacific. And pretty much they have a bunch of American scientists go down to try and explore it. And I think it's like some kind of type of like time traveling, I think is what it is. It intrigued me when we were at Half Price Books, and it made me want to pick it up.
Yeah, we got both of these from Half Price Books.
Yeah, this is not a book I plan to read in September, but I do plan to read it. But this is, based off of what I can tell, it sounds like it's some kind of like time traveling spaceship that's in the ocean. Some scientists go down there, and it just doesn't seem to go right. So we'll see what happens in this book, but I am more intrigued with Prey, so that's the one I'm going to start with. But yeah, there you have Michael Crichton's Sphere and Michael Crichton Prey.
All right, next up we have an ARC that was sent to us, and it is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. This is more horror. Psychological horror is what it's being marketed as, and it says, something terrible is buried in the forest at the end of Needless Street. Are you prepared to find out what it is? And totally. I'm excited to read this one, and I know a lot of people from Bookstagram. We'll have our Bookstagrams linked down below. A lot of people have really enjoyed this story, and I'm excited about it. Zach put this in his most anticipated for
September
the year.
Releases.
Well, both of those videos. Both of those videos had that. So, yeah, I've never read anything by this author, and yeah, here you go. Here's a close-up. So,
a lot of people have said that it's a really good book, and it's kind of messed up.
We both want to read this one, so maybe it'll be a buddy read. Who
Joe
knows?
Hill's got a blurb on the back.
Paul Tremblay, T. Kingfisher.
I mean, Alex North, but I haven't had good experiences with him, so I can't trust his word on the book. But
anyway, there is The Last House on Needless Street.
All right, I'm up again. So the next one I have is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. So this was another book that I believe I had in my September TBR as well. If you didn't click on it earlier, you can click on it earlier.
This is an August release.
Yes. So this one, I want to say what it got me was the blurb. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. I mean, it's a typical kind of sounding thriller book. A bunch of people meet up. A murder takes place. Who the hell did it? And your point is to try and read it and figure out who did. So
I've heard a lot of positive feedback from this book. It's really popular on BookTube and on Bookstagram, which is where I've seen it. So yeah.
But I'm very excited to get to this. I do plan to
too.
read this in September. I don't know when
Me
you're
too.
planning to read it. Oh, maybe we could do it as a buddy read then.
There you go. Yeah, it sounded really good. So I'm excited about it too.
Well, yeah. So there you have In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead.
Pretty sick cover too. Alright, next up I'm going to talk about 2 as well together, and they're both Book of the Month books that we got in the last few months, our July and August picks. We got Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina. We both read this and both loved this. And we didn't read it technically together, but I finished it and I was like, you're starting this because it's really good. We've read, that's what's happened with all of her books. We started with Couple Next Door, and I read it, and then I was like, read this. And then Unwanted Guest, same thing. And then this one, same thing. And
so far, this has been my favorite.
Same with me.
5 stars. If you've seen the movie Knives Out, it kind of has those kind of vibes to it. At least that's what Danielle and I think. It was a really good book.
Yeah, this isn't a spoiler, but like the parents die, that's in the blurb. And then, you know, there's a whole bunch of suspects at play. Everyone has a motive to why they would have done it. It's a whodunit, and yeah, it's really good. There's a twist at the end. There's also a little bit of a twist in the epilogue, so
make sure you read that.
Yeah, don't cut your reading short. And yeah, I really recommend that book. And then the other one we got, this was our July pick, And this is 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. And this is the thriller that's about the pandemic. And each chapter is like counting down the days. And it said, no one even knew they were together. Now one of them is dead. Dun dun dun. So another blurb says, can they determine what really happened, or has lockdown created an opportunity for someone to commit the perfect crime? So I've not read a pandemic story yet, but I know that I'm sure that there's going to be even more of them coming out now. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a pandemic book, but that was The Stand by Stephen King. So, I mean, it's a pandemic book. It's just not a current pandemic book. So
yeah. So here is July and August, and actually the day that we're filming this, we just ordered our September book of the month, and that'll be coming probably for the next haul. So
yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
All honesty, I don't even know what we picked. So it's usually the fun part about book of the month nowadays is I don't know what gets picked. It just kind of shows up and it's like, here it is. All right, she went. That means I'm next. So the next book I have is Getaway by Zoe Stage. I really don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry.
Could be Zoe.
With the J being silent. I'm sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Stage. So the blurb in this book sounds intriguing to me. A cinematic and terrifying new thriller about three friends who hike into the wilds of the Grand Canyon, only to find it's not so easy to leave the world behind. It was supposed to be the perfect week away. So, I mean, it sounds pretty intriguing to me.
Neither of us has read from this author before. It's also the author of, Baby Teeth? And I have not, like I said, we haven't read from her before. And yeah, this one sounded really cool. Also, the cover is like stunning. You want to hold it up closer? Yeah.
It kind of gives me like, I mean, it's a Grand Canyon.
I was gonna say, does it give you Grand Canyon vibes?
No, I was gonna say from a distance, it kind of gave me like Desperation cover vibes. Not like the hardcover, but like one of the paperbacks I have. Disregard, dumb comment. But yeah, really cool looking cover. We'll get to this eventually.
Yep.
It sounds.
This was also an August release.
So yeah. Really cool looking cover, and
I'll just follow that up with another August release, and this is The Family Plot by Megan Collins. So this one says they love true crime until they're at the center of one. So this follows the death of the patriarch of the family, and I guess like the blurb that I've seen online is like, oh, they went to, like, bury their dad, but someone else was already in the grave. That's the blurb that I've heard, and, yeah, I haven't read this yet, but it sounded pretty good, and it's decently short. So, yeah, some more August releases. These are both in your August releases video, too, if we haven't linked it already.
Well, I
don't know. I've lost track.
Yeah, if you haven't seen August releases, check it out up above me. All right, well, we're on the last book. I guess it's my turn. And the book I'm going to be showing you guys is the new release from Darcy Coates called The Haunting of Lee Harker. But yeah, no, this was also on my September releases I was very excited about.
Yep.
And it came out a little early, so we went and got a copy, and I'm very excited to get to this. I've read Darcy Coates
numerous times.
Probably one of the biggest surprise authors I've ever had.
Actually, fun fact, he read his favorite Darcy Coates just in August.
Yes, House of Shadows is a really good book, and I'm planning to read the rest of the duology this month in House of Secrets. So, yep. Very excited to get to that book. I also intend to read this at some point, along with all the other books she has. I know she's got like a winter family. There's like a 4-book series she has. She's got a bunch of stuff out, and
yeah, it feels like you've read so many by her, but you still have so many to go.
Well, it's like the same thing with King. Like I've read like 50 King books, and yet it still feels like I have like so many more I need to read. But realistically, it's only like another like 30 or something like that. So,
yeah.
The blurb on the back sounds pretty interesting. Sometimes the dead reach back. Do you think you're safe? You're wrong. Very excited to get to this. This isn't the sequel to the Whispering Dead, right? No, because that's the Gravekeeper series. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to get to this. I think this is the first haunting of a person, because I think the other ones she's had have all been like haunted houses, like the Haunting of Ashburn House.
There's like a Rookwood or something like that.
Yeah.
Gillespie House.
Yeah, I think this is the
read that
first
one.
like person of like the haunting of, and I'm very excited to get to it. And the cover, again, like I said, looks absolutely stunning. The person's face being a ghost, it's just a really cool looking thing. So can't wait to get to this. Darcy Coates, The Haunting of Lee Harker.
Woo!
Alright guys, so this was our August book haul. Obviously, like I said, we did get a little more than this, but these are the ones we figured we would share with you guys. So let us know what you got in the month of August. Anything exciting, let us know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out our other channel, which is going to be coming out soon. So stay posted on that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Later.